What's good, brethren? What's good? You know, I was just doing some thinking about the face of terror. The face of terrorism. They always put it either on some Arab dude. He goes into a building, you know, or terrorism. They always talk about the black man. Oh, okay. Oh, look at Chicago. Oh, look at Detroit. Well, what happened up in Detroit? About an hour from where I live, hour and a half, whatever, over in Grand Blanc, Michigan. We're going to talk about another, whether it's a school shooting by a white man or a white young boy, or it's the whole idea of going postal. And this ain't no racist. Like, I don't even hate white people. I hate their culture. I hate how they move. I hate how they feminize or masculinize women. I hate the fake money system. I hate that they commit acts of terror and genocide. Look at the Gaza situation. Look what happened here in Grand Blanc, Michigan. A disgruntled, standard white brother. He's a patriot. This nigga went into, as I understand, I could be wrong on these details. This nigga is the face of terror, bro. Who goes around the world bombing people? Whether it's bombing Asians. We talking about bombs, but we want to blame it on the black man. I don't know how they're going to blame this on the black man. I'm going to give you the overview of what happened. I heard this from a police officer dude, ex-police officer. He said that basically this patriotic ex-Marine or something like that, or ex-military dude, he had a problem with the Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormons. And he went into this Mormon church, and I guess he was saying a lot of stuff for like a week or 3 weeks or something like that. Posting stuff on social media or whatever, or telling his friends or something that the Latter-day Saints, LDS, they're scum of the earth, blah, blah, blah. And it's a good point. So one other dude I was talking to, a white dude, I'm acting so amazed. Wow, how could he do such a thing? Because he's a white man. It's not, we got to look at what it is, bro. Look what they do, bro. I'm like, certain people, a hyena is made to be a hyena. A hunter is made to be a hunter. A lion is made to be a lion. You know what I mean? And bottom feeder fishes everything is made to do what they do. And the white man has been, Edom has been made to be a terror up on the earth, man. To live by the sword, live by the weapons. Now the Israelites, of course, at one point had them under subjection, etc. And they are the end of the world, and they are at the end of their world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. But as you see this kingdom fall, more acts of terrorism are going to happen. Hence, probably a civil war. Then us as black folk up in here living around these people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, look what they did to us. Like, they don't have a history of peace. And as their kingdom fall, we got to get our minds prepared that they're going to target us, because they always do. They don't like leaving people alone. Who in the world have they freaking left alone? Where have they been that it is a better place since they've been there? Afghanistan? Vietnam? Africa? Where, even look at Europe, they're fighting against other white people. They're fighting against the Russians. They ain't a people of peace, bro. And I'm a man, I like chilling, man, but like, dude, I don't like drama, and I like to pivot around stupid people, man. But certain these people don't allow you to, as this stuff ignites. I see what it's saying, Ezra's 15, or make yourself ready to the battle. because eventually they're going to target blacks again. Oh, by the way, look at Chicago. The military in Chicago. Oh, maybe they're already targeting blacks. Like that movie Spook that sat by the door. Watch it. I think it's a good movie. Now back to the act of terrorism that this white man, another white man committed. Stop putting the face of terror. It's always some Arab dude. Or some black dude with dreads. I don't like dudes either. Or some quote, quote, dictator in some Eastern country, Asia. When one who committing all the terrorism and the bigger levels of it, I ain't saying these people perfect, but it's the white man, bro. In his own shit. And they bombing his own people in Europe, bro. They fighting amongst each other, bro. So these ain't really a people based on, what people are based on what they do and their track record. And, I don't even hate white people. I hate their character and what they do. And that, what's crooked can't not be made straight. I understand what they are. To hate them, I just don't really like being around degenerates, bro. I'm not, calling all of them that way, but based on their history, based on their current, based on what they do, it's nothing for a white man to go into a building and shoot up everybody in that bitch. Like this dude did here. And I mean, that's nothing. I was talking to a buddy of mine from Africa, and it was like, is it a regular thing for children to go into a school at 14 years old and shoot up the school? This is crazy. And I said, you know what? It's not regular. It's not normal, but it is normal here. I said, y'all don't have that over in y'all country, do it? No, we do not have this thing. This is crazy. This is not right. But see, what's normalized in America is school violence. What's normalized in America is white men going in and blasting the hell out of innocent people with bombs and AR-15s and killing a lot of people. Mass shootings. This is normalized here. So normal is a piece. Normal is a perspective. So these people have proven, and even in their own shit, that they're a violent group of degenerates. Oh, but black men just no. Look what you do, bro. We are prisoners of war in this bitch. It's still in America. You need a passport to leave this bitch. We, slaves basically still. You think you're free? Okay, you're free, but if you have a certain amount of child support, which is bonded, you can't get a passport. Or a certain amount of other kind of debts or whatever. That's slavery, bro. You shouldn't be able to be restricted to travel to another country because of this or that. Who are you to tell me I can't leave the country? That's slavery, bro. But it's a widely accepted form of restriction. But anyways, man. So back to this act of terrorism by this white dude. He was in Grand Blanc. He was ex-military, as I understand. Hearing it from a police officer, in that group. So he had something against the Latter-day Saints or whatever. Clearly he did. And I guess it was a pretty big church, man. And all I seen was a bunch of flames. This happened last Sunday. I think Sunday. It was a bunch of flames. The whole place was on flames. So as I understand, this dude drove his truck through into the doggone church, took a AR-15. Of course, they're going to use this shit as this is why we need to take away gun. We need gun control. Gun control ain't going to do nothing but strip Americans of their ability to defend themselves. I don't see that happening. This is another nutcase with a gun. The gun is not the problem. If a person get killed with a gun or a stick or a knife or a rock or drowned to death, the rock, the stick, the knife, and the water is not, or the gun is not the problem. It's the nutcase that's killing the person. It's the violent, savage terrorist or a murderer that killing the person. I got a stick right here. How you can kill somebody with a vacuum cleaner? You hit them hard enough. We got to outlaw vacuum cleaners. A knife you cut up your vegetables with. You got to outlaw knives? No, bro. It's the culture of violence that America generates, bro. America is a place of violence. Through and through. If it ain't acts of terrorism abroad or acts of genocide or acts of slavery, the white man has a long history of this shit. Understand who he is, bro. Understand what a hyena is. Understand a snake nature is to bite you. You understand me? Like, that's what they do, bro. Like that you can't get mad. Well, you just gotta understand what they are, bro. And they've been able to kind of control the media and put themselves up there as, oh, we're, clean cut and all that bullshit. But then they commit all the acts of destruction around the earth. But let's just stick with this act of terrorism here locally that the white man committed. Another white dude committed. And again, I'm not trying to be racist. This is what they do, bro. And they say, that was an isolated act. Man, no, bro. That's what they do. So, of course, not all. But, yeah, man. I said, man, they need to stop this white-on-white crime, man. Why don't you just get yourselves, put yourselves up by your bootstraps, man? Go to counseling, man. What they say, go to therapy. His form of therapy was like, yo, he about to purge. This put, Skeletor on that movie, The Purge. Yeah, this dude right here, he did some movie type of ish. He beyond Skeletor. Skeletor just had a knife and he was crazy. This dude did like a, what they call Islamic terrorist act mixed with like this was something from a movie, bro. This dude, so as I understand, he had this all set up. He went in, pre-placed bombs in the church, multiple bombs. Dude, ex-military. He pre-placed multiple IEDs, IEDs or something like that, into the church. Then he ran his truck through the church, knowing that there's going to be a lot of people there at that time. This might happen Saturday. I was like, damn, wow, what the heck is going on? I see all these flames on the video. I was like, shoot, this is another white dude blowing up shit, killing a whole bunch of people, innocent people again. What else is new? Why isn't his face blown up? Why isn't this guy's face blown up on TV as a terrorist that must be dealt with? You see what I'm saying? But if it's some, dude, foreign dude or African dude or a black dude who shoot up a neighborhood, trying to shoot another drug dealer gangbanger. Oh, we need to stop this gun violence. Well, this nigga got an AR-15, military trained, IEDs, blew up a damn church, set shit on fire, killed innocent, 4 people and injured a bunch of them. Purposefully did this, strategically did this. Now, you can argue both of them as acts of, violence. But one is like, yo, this degree is like you going into a church where they're supposed to be, quote, quote, good people. And there are children there. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are murder. But the dude trying to kill the other dude, at least he trying to target. I'm not even going to justify this nigga, but he trying to kill his enemy. You know what I mean? Like another drug dealer, another gangbanger or something. But he just do a drive-by. You know what I mean? But at least it's not good. Either one of them ain't good. But the one where you purposefully killing a whole bunch of people who have nothing to do with you. And this happens regularly. So he goes in, AR-15, start unloading all these rounds, killing I think a 75-year-old woman or something. Bruh. Why? Well, we got to deal with this. Why don't we deal with the white man terrorist problem? In America. How are you going to deal with that? Trump? Oh, it's just so horrible, just so horrible. You know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe that's why they got the military. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. This whole country is it's crazy, bro. So I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about, man. They always, America always talking about going around the world and fixing all these other problems. You got problems at home. You got the immigration. You letting all these foreigners, tens of millions of freaking foreigners undocumented. How they get in here the last 5 years or whatever through Biden? How you let all these people get up in there? And you trying to regulate other people's houses, and your house is doo-doo. Your house smell like shit. And you up here trying to regulate the world. And we got a war in God. How is he the peace president, dude? You started a war in... What do you mean you stopped a war? You haven't stopped a war. You about to go back to war against Iran again. You bombed their country with nuclear-capable bombers. How is that peace? Peace is... Again, what does a hyena know about, like, flying? Yes, I mean, they're not accustomed to peace. They're not accustomed to this. This isn't in their nature. It's not in a hyena's nature to be a vegetarian, bro. It's not in a white man's nature to be peaceful, bro. Look at the track record. Look at the receipts. Again, I ain't being racist. I'm looking at the receipts, bro. What does the black man want to do? Sit, chill, and have sex with big booty chicks and have, some kids and get drunk and smoke a little weed. You got the degenerates of our race. Sure, they go around killing people all that. Niggas want to be left alone and smash chicks. What do the white man want to do? Promote homosexuality. Elevate this woman to be over him in a power position. Bomb this country. Steal these other people's resources. Enslave these people. Damn, man. Who's the terrorist? Like, when you really put it on layer for layer, it's not even close, bro. Oh, why you gotta mess with the Arabs? It's like, how you gonna preach to me about peace? How are you a peace prayers and you continue to fund the genocide in Gaza, right? You bomb Iran's facilities. You co-sign the attack to destroy Iran's, basically their president and the vice president. You killed all these people, bro. Or you co-sign. You was with it. You was with the plan. You helped plan or whatever. How you the peace? How's it got a peace press, bro? Now you talking about going to war with Venezuela. How the hell is this dude the peace president when you going to war, bro? You continue to fund the war with the Russians that could go nuclear. How's the nigga the peace press, bro? So when I look at as the head of the country is, so are the people. The country is a degenerates. It's a country full of degenerate, violent people, bro. And this act of terrorism by this white dude up in Grand Blanc, I heard about it. I was like, oh my God, that's messed up. I guess I'm kind of used to acts of terrorism by this white man around the country. Tomorrow will be like, how many school shootings and stuff is it? Like, it's normalized here. And instead of dealing with the root causes, they don't ever really deal with the root causes of it. I think it's too late to deal with the root causes because it's too sick. They say Babylon could not be healed. This place is too sick, man. It can't be healed. It's too far gone. We on the verge of the collapse of America. So as it collapses, that's when you're going to see it really. It was on a second note. I had a opportunity to work with this truck that go feed the hungry and stuff. And so I'm like, I had sometimes I do volunteering and stuff, but I had a firsthand experience with, I'm looking at, let me see, I was handing out the food packages and stuff like that. And some people were, some people pulling up and like getting food and stuff and like SUV, Escalades and Lexuses and nice cars and stuff like that. But you had people in raggedy cars too. But the point is, I had firsthand experience, and I'm like, seeing what I'm about to tell you momentarily. And like, I really believe that food, as the scriptures say, food, when he cut off the food and the water, that's going to trigger people's animal instinct to kill each other in this country. I have like no doubt about that. Because you got the war in here and there in Gaza and another. This nigga Trump in war with everybody. he in war with himself. He at war with the Europeans. He at war with China. That's a trade war, you know. And he had war of words with the Europeans and funding a war against the Russians, continuing to fund. I thought he could end this war in 24 hours, which is why most people actually voted for him. He said he wanted to do anti what Biden did. Nigga's a liar, bro. But thank God we got free speech, quote, right? So, man, it's a time of war, bro. But yeah, handing out these food packages, you get to see one chick was like, she just only wanted a certain amount of the stuff and just threw the box down and and left the rest. And this is a chick that was this is a black chick that was homeless looking with a shower cap on. I don't know if she was homeless or just on drugs. I don't know. She's sitting on the ground, literally waiting for a package. Some people drove their cars. Some people walked up there. She had an attitude of, entitlement. That's what I wanted to say. The American people are entitled. They feel very, very entitled to their handouts and stuff. And I don't know how much, it was like, once a week and they go to a different location. I don't want to say the company, but, you hand out food packages and stuff. I like giving back to the community. So, here and there. But it gave me a unique opportunity to see how people, when that food run out, them bellies get hit, the worst of these people gonna come out, man. And the other dude, he was like, angry that he had to wait in line so long because he was walking. Y'all should hook us up. But I'm like, I'm just doing what I'm told. You gotta hand this out according to how they give it to you. So, but he felt entitled that he should be, bruh, I can clearly understand and see that when this stuff go down, bro, it's primarily gonna be because of food. What to say? Food and lack of and great tribulation, lack of food and great trouble. And when people lose the capability to eat, see, right now they can just go the Lions won. I'm listening to these people talking about the Lions. I'm listening to these people talking about Tigers. I used to care about the Lions. I don't care about these people no more. I don't care about it. I'm like, dude, I'm preparing for the collapse of this country. You niggas is talking about the Lions. And so it's just, even boxing. I'm glad that my homeboy Bud Crawford won against Canelo. That's a great feat, a great accomplishment. And then, what was it? A few days later, he got caught up with the police. See what I mean? They probably was like, they probably didn't like him getting all that glory and stuff during his parade in Omaha and stuff. White man don't like a decent black dude with power. You see what I mean? So, I don't know. He just envious. He don't like the black man doing good. Hence Black Wall Street and all that. So, but we are those who know. What's gonna happen in this country. Black Wall Street, he gonna show his fangs because he losing everything. It's like when an evil spirit come out of a person, start tearing up stuff. The white man is about to be removed from his power seat as these years go on. It was specifically the American black woman too, but the American white man. He is losing power. People around the world, China don't fear him, India don't fear him, Russia don't fear him, Afghanistan don't. Everybody, bumping their chest. Iran don't fear him. You putting sanctions on everybody. They don't fear him no more. So, so it's a transition of power that's taking place. And the white man's losing that power and he pissed off about it. Other nations don't really fear him like that. So, as they continue to lose power, they don't want to lose that power. So that's basically where we at, man. That's why. Oh, you know what? The white crash out culture. That's what this is. Hashtag white crash out culture. That's what this dude did in Grand Blanc. That's crashing out, bro. That's crashing out. I know niggas going and running into a store, grabbing some stuff and running out. Nah. That's on a small sliver level. Crashing out is when you do what this white dude did in his act of terrorism in Grand Blanc. I forgot how many people was injured though. This went up in there and just bombed the whole place and shot everybody up. Then it was a white police officer, a ranger or something that shot him and killed him and stuff. But just another white dude that commit acts of terrorism in America. What happened? So we got to investigate it. He's a degenerate. You live in a violent culture. And for whatever reason, you always come back to the same stuff. What do they say? Post-traumatic stress or whatever. I mean, I can, okay. But why isn't his issues being dealt with? Why don't you take care of your veterans? Right? You throw them away and they homeless or whatever. It's a lot of them, man. They be begging and stuff. Yeah. So back to what I'm saying about the handing out these food packages. So yeah, when I seen, I'm like, man, once these people's food is gone, man, I can visually see. I'm like, wow, it's gonna get Wild West out here, bro. You got it, I ain't got it. I want what you got. Bye bye. Shoot. Who's left standing? Give me your food packages. You can clearly see this, bro. I mean, people, that's crash out culture, bro. That's real crash out. School shootings, crash out culture. Mass shootings in America, crash out culture. Who's doing this? It ain't us. These are the real crash outs. That's some video game stuff, bro. That's some GTA. I'm laughing about how that's messed up, bro. Like, that's high level GTA. Just go in there, set off some EDIs and that's some video game stuff, bro. Which you kind of wonder why these Grand Theft Auto and different violent video games are so popular. You know what I mean? It's a violent culture, bro. So that kind of stuff resonate in a violent, degenerate culture like America. Call of Duty, everything is about war and killing. So your peace prayers got all these wars going on, but as the leader is, so are the people. So that's just something I was thinking about, man, and just wanted to tie in that the food truck thing and handing out and seeing how these people, some of them don't. They be like, okay, yeah, just don't hand me my food, just leave it there, I'll get it. Like they still on that like COVID germs thing. Like I don't want you touching my food box. Okay, all right, bro. I'll just put it right there. All right. Some of them got attitudes. It was real eye-opening. Some of them got attitudes. I don't want this. This nigga, this other dude left the package, left some stuff behind. And then, I don't want this. He went through his box. I don't want that. And just... Then the other nigga pick up the scraps like a crab. You understand me? Once you see this, bro, and the other dude was like, yo, hey, he ain't gonna take it, I'll take it. Bruh. This stuff, these people are gonna crash out, man. And I wonder, like, that. So now I'm at the pivot point. Like, I'm just wondering when will it happen? Because if you technically look at it, You got wars around the world. Gold is at an all-time high again. And remember, as gold goes up, the dollar's buying power is going down simultaneously. Oh, coincidentally, we're going to wars. I seen something about a stimulus check or something like that to calm the people down and stuff, But man, anyways, back to this white act of terror, white terrorism in Grand Blanc. That's some GTA stuff right there, man. That's some video. That's a movie or something, like some angry terrorist. But imagine what happened, right? Angry Al Qaeda terror. Oh, now I guess America's cool with Al Qaeda now. Oh, okay, great. Oh God. Yeah, that's another thing. But anyways, there's so much going on. But imagine that, that's like some plot twist to like a movie, American movie. There's some Arab dude in the corner, in the darkness. He hates America's ways. This Arab guy, I don't know, Al-Shalar Arsadi or something. He hates, he prays every day to this God. He sitting back and they hate our way of life. Yeah, because your way of life destroys their way of life, nigga. You bomb the hospitals and schools. Yeah, they hate your way of life. Because your way of life kills their children, bro. Like, make it make sense, bro. But anyways, back. So he's some Arab dude. He hates, he hates America. And he's waiting for his opportunity. He goes into a church. He sets bombs in a church. Waiting for the church to populate. The church populates. Then he says, Allah, and blows up. Starts shooting people with AR-15s. This crazed, deranged Arab dude. Oh, shoot. It was a white dude. See what I'm saying? Like, that's the story. If it was an Arab dude, you know they would blast his face on there, saying this is the face of terrorists. We would never stop hearing about it, like the Charlie Kirk thing. I don't care about this dude, man. I mean, I'm not, I'm indifferent towards him, But his white face. Oh no, we ain't gonna say anything. But I'm saying it. You understand me? If it was a black dude, oh, he was a local terrorist or something. It was an Asian dude, oh, he's part of a Chinese cult or something. It was an Arab dude, oh, he was some Muslim dude, extremist. But the white dude, well, he suffered from post-traumatic stress syndrome. And this is very unfortunate. We'll talk about it in a few days and we'll wash it under the rug. Mass shooting, acts of terrorism. But we can't talk about that, though. Well, I'm going to talk about it. And others have talked about it. That's just something I was thinking about, man. We need to stop this crash out culture, man. This white on white crime, man. It needs to stop, brother. Watch y'all brothers get it together, man. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And I'm not making fun of innocent folk dying, but I'm just saying that, this is the way it is in America. The white man kills his own people. The white man kills blacks. The white man kills his own people in Europe, or in the Russians fund acts of war against his own people, and here in America. So why should we? I'm not even surprised by this. I'm like, I'm kind of like desensitized to it because it's another mass shooting by a white dude, or another school shooting by another 14, 15-year-old white boy. Another. It's normalized. It's not normal. It's not, sane, but it's normalized here in America. So, anyways, brothers, peace.